Hi everyone. This was a weekly vlog following me reading a book by Janice Cantore called Breach of Honor. It is available on Kindle Unlimited. There are some trigger warnings I would definitely go and look up, but I did finish this book already as I'm filming this intro. I ended up giving the book 3 stars. I will say that because at the end of the vlog I didn't have a rating for it. I have a rating for it now. Being 2 days later, it's going to be a 3-star. Hey everyone, what's up? This is kind of like an update. Let me go grab my Kindle. Okay, in Breach of Honor, I am 64%. That is page 259 of 427. At times, I'm at war with this book. So, in Breach of Honor, you follow 2 people. It's dual point of view. You follow Clint and you follow Leah, right? Is that her name? Hold on. I'm like doubting myself if that is, because they call her Radcliffe a lot. Yeah, it's Leah. So Leah and Clint, they're both cops. They are cops on the police department for a town called Table Rock in Oregon. Well, Leah is married to another cop named Brad. And there's a moth in here. Go away. Anyway, between her and Brad, and yeah, everyone starts looking bad at her because Wad was a decorated officer. He was basically a hero to the town, so a lot of people were very angry at her. And then I will say there's trigger warnings, but Clint doesn't think that Leah acted out of malicious intent. He's definitely for her side instead of Brad's side. And so you're kind of going through all of that. It is set up in 3 different parts. Part 1 is the build up to what happens between Leah and Brad, and then you do follow a bit of a court case. Not really. I wish there was more in depth with the court casing, because I feel like that would have been amazing to read. I would have loved to have more details in that, because I do like a good court drama every now and then. So I would have loved a little bit more of that, I will say that. Then part 2, you get a couple other things, but you get a slow build up there. I will say the faith content is what I love the most about this book so far. There's a few things I don't like with the whole corruption in the police department. And the reason why I don't like that is because it feels like writing for a cop show, and it doesn't feel like real good corruption. Like, people doing like payoffs to look the other way or stuff like that. It just, I want to talk about it, but I would end up spoiling it, and I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to do like a bunch of spoil reviews. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
So I am 83% through on Breach of Honor. I am going to finish this tonight. Alright, y'all? I am going to finish this. Now, there are a few things I kind of want to say before I get to the end, and that is, I absolutely love the faith content, and I think I said that before. But really, what this book drives home mostly and focuses on is that prayer is very essential to a Christian life, and that it should be the first weapon we reach for as a Christian. And I absolutely love that it is a reoccurring theme in this book, that prayer is essential and that God answers prayers, and he doesn't answer them quite the way we want him to answer them, and he doesn't answer them in the time frame of what we think it should happen. So I will say I absolutely love that. So with that being said, I am going to continue reading, and I will update you guys when I finish. I finished it. Praise the Lord, praise the Lord, praise the Lord. I finally finished Breach of Honor. I had to think there. I was like, what was I reading just now? Duh. Breach of Honor. So, with that being said, I've got a quote from the book I want to share because I actually really like it, and that is, "To friends, family, and a God who handles all the details." And prayer, Leah chimed in, "To prayer, the first best weapon for every battle." Yes, I'm so happy that I finished it. It was a slow start, like I said in an earlier part. I'm pretty sure I said it in an earlier part. This is broken down in 3 parts. And the 3rd part, I would say, probably moved the fastest, but that was more because you were starting to get answers to the questions that were built up in part 1 and in part 2. Again, I'm going to do a trigger warning, but I think I'm gonna put that in a separate video. I'm gonna kind of do like an intro to this vlog, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Now, again, the whole writing with the police, there were certain things that I was just like, they don't make much sense. A couple things were wrapped up at the end that to me didn't make sense at the beginning, but now towards the end I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense. But again, there's just some things I was like, a little weird. But anyway, I'm done. The setting is Table Rock, Oregon. I looked up the real Table Rock, Oregon. It doesn't look as big as this book made it sound, but whatever. I just blanked. So the setting is like, I wouldn't say completely small town, but it is said to be in a valley. I've never lived in a valley before, so I don't know exactly how big those can get. So, I won't comment too much on that. What we do follow with the characters, I wish a couple things were a little more fleshed out, but other than that, the characters weren't too bad. The plot... how do I describe the plot without giving it away? I liked it
to a point. There was a few things that just didn't seem completely and totally realistic to me, but again, it's kind of a whatever thing. I don't know what I'm gonna rate it just quite yet, but it's definitely gonna be between a 3 and a 3.5 stars. It was a little slow in the middle, and I don't think, well, I don't know. That's what I need to sit and think about. I do wish the court proceedings was fleshed out a little bit more, and a couple other things was a little bit less. But those other little things I don't want to say because spoiler. But other than that, it wasn't a bad read. Will I recommend this? It really depends. If you like Christian suspense, then yes, totally, it is a Christian suspense, but heavy trigger warnings, which I will put in my intro, which you guys have already seen. Sorry, my brain is like, it's 11 o'clock here on a Saturday night, and I've been up since about 6:30 this morning, so my brain is running on what me and my family like to call stupid tired. I'm not gonna explain exactly what that falls under, but anyway, I'm done. I am a little happy on how things ended. They were wrapped up nice, and it didn't feel like the author rushed it, so that was kind of nice. Was 427 pages really necessary? Yeah, just because of how much went into this. I might be a minority in that, I don't know, but at first I was like, why is this book so long? But once we really started getting into the like depth of it, yeah, it kind of needed to be this long. And yeah, again, the court proceedings, I wish that was fleshed out a little more. I would have loved to have more court drama. I love a good court drama every now and then, not all the time. But yes, so with that, this vlog is gonna be coming to an end, and thank you for joining me on my journey with Breach of Honor. Okay, bye!